In my last video, I talked about pursuing a God given desire and not letting others stop you from that or affect that pursuit. And I 100% stand with that. But just because God gave you a desire doesn't mean two things. Number one, it doesn't mean that life will become easier. It doesn't mean you'll have an amazing time pursuing that thing. Life's tough. Regardless of what you're doing, it's going to be hard. And obeying God will make life harder, especially if you have a lot. There is a gigantic B right the fuck here. It's gonna be harder especially if you have a lot of work to do within yourself to be able to follow exactly what God wants you to do. If you watch the show The Chosen, around season 4, they follow Christ, right? Around season 4, they're really, really down. And I mean, like, discouraged. Most, if not all, of their faiths are like really just low. They're shaken and they're starting to doubt. And if you've ever read the Bible, you know the end of that story. But it tends to be God's closest friends who get hurt the most. And the second, just because God gave you a desire doesn't mean that the pursuit will be a success, or doesn't mean that God meant you to actually get that desire. Maybe just pursue it. Sometimes God calls us into obedience just for obedience's sake. And that can hurt. It hurt me for a while. I had this pursuit that um I thought it would have a huge impact and anyway, but if I hadn't pursued that thing, there are so many things that I wouldn't have otherwise got. I learned so many lessons that I otherwise wouldn't have learned. And that doesn't mean that that pursuit wasn't what God wanted me to do. Doesn't mean that I misunderstood, though at the time I probably did. I assumed that God would make my pursuit a success, so that was my misunderstanding. Doesn't mean that I was misled or that somehow God fooled me. It was just so that I could put in the work that I needed to put in, so that I could obey what I needed to obey, I could learn what I needed to learn. And remember, God is not only a God of riches and wealth, He is a God of greater things than that. And if you pursue Him first, everything else will come besides. And I don't mean for this post to be like a downer or to discourage you. Actually, this is meant to encourage you, because regardless of what God wants you to pursue, regardless of what the end might be, know that He's going to take care of you. He's going to work it out for your own good. Even if the only thing that He wants you to do in the pursuit is obedience, that's great. Forget learning or anything else. If that's what He wants you to do, then you need to do it. He wants the best for you more than you can ever even want for yourself. So if you're in a really low season now, know that He's with you, but He'll also pull you through out of it. You just have to, number one, believe in Him, and number two, obey. That's all. But that's it for me today. If you feel like someone you know could hear something like this, please do share it with them. You never know who it could impact. And if you didn't watch the first part of this thing, I'll link it somewhere in the screen. Regardless, thank you so much for watching till the end. Have a great day. That would have been stupid. I almost didn't press the record button. Right.